Hey Gemini, welcome back to Karma Light Readings. I'm Karma. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. If you're new, welcome. Please make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell. If at any time you resonate with this reading, go ahead and hit the like button so that we can have that exchange of energy. Any other questions or information will be in the description box below. There's also a link to my website. We're going to jump into it, my blessing and my prayer, and then we'll see what messages the Holy Spirit has for you. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. Father God, Divine Holy Spirit of the Most High, thank you for allowing me to be a clear channel of receiving messages for Gemini in regards to their current life situation, soul journey, and soul path. I ask that these messages provide clarity, guidance, healing, and understanding, as well as a higher knowledge and wisdom into what karmic cycles, soul lessons, and generational curses Gemini may currently be going through, about to go through, need to become aware of, learn from, heal from, and release. Lord, in all that you are and all that you do, and all that I am and all that I do, I strive to live by your word and your word only. In Jesus' name I pray, amen. Gemini, I get this energy. It is an illusion that I'm getting, because you're in this space of feeling like something is falling apart, and it's not. That's what Spirit is showing me. It's not falling apart. It may look like that, and it may be presenting itself to you like that, but it's not falling apart. Something is going to be coming together from this. Okay, yeah, you have the Ten of Swords as the first card out. So there was something here that hit you pretty hard, really had you feeling isolated. It wasn't ending. It could have been a loss, a death of someone. But there was a big, major closeout that needed to take place. Yeah, Temperance, because then healing could come in. Eight of Cups, okay. So you're in the process right now of coming out of the pain, coming out of the darkness. I feel like you've made the decision to walk away from something that may have been chaotic for you or was creating chaos. This could be also a big shift and change in addictive personalities, right? It could be an actual addiction to a substance or alcohol, but I almost feel like more this is a perception shift, like something deep that was deeply rooted within you is now ready to be released, and you're being called on a journey here. Yeah, Six of Pentacles, to restore balance within your life. It's almost like taking a look at where you weren't giving to yourself, right? Like, where was I not reciprocating what I need from me? Four of Pentacles. How did this affect my foundation? How did this affect what I was standing on? There's certain things that you are trying to also hold on to and keep to yourself. You have the Ace of Wands. This could be family related, or could be a commitment, a marriage even. You have the Six of Wands. The Four of Cups. And the King of Cups. Yeah, you don't see this as a victory, but it is, okay? You may be dealing with someone in jail. Also, you have the Eight of Swords, but there's a mental imprisonment here where someone is just wrapped up in all of these illusions, all of these fears, all of these negative vibes here. And it comes from allowing other people or entities to provide you with information into your thought realm, and it's causing confusion. So you can't really hear your intuition correctly because you're listening to outside voices and energies and beliefs and perceptions rather than exactly how God is trying to fine-tune you. Well, because you're too focused on what went wrong. And I feel like there's a point that you're wanting to make here. You're trying to prove a point to somebody. And it's just creating a bigger argument, bigger headache, bigger heartache. And you wonder, like, am I ever going to get back to my happiness? Yes, but it looks like you're needing to go through a process of relinquishing control and releasing some burdens that you've been holding on to that are keeping you stuck in a certain way. Why is the Ten of Swords here? There's someone here who's like discontent, you're bored with your own successes. Yeah, Four of Swords. Something definitely came to an end here. Four of Swords and the Ten of Swords. Could have been in a love connection here because you had soulmates on the bottom. Four of Pentacles. Wow. There was like, how do I explain this? It's almost like the perfect dream came to an end. Like you had this vision of what something was, and hear me out, I'm just a messenger, but Spirit is showing me that you were living in the vision. You weren't actually living in the reality. And that can be a struggle when we're trying to manifest and create something. We can get too caught up in the energy and in the process of manifesting the life that we want, that we live in another dimension and we're not actually here. So we get confused with what's actually taking place in front of us and what we need to do and the end result, right? Like there's a process to get to the result. There's a journey to get to that vision that you had, but you have to be present here. So I don't know if that was your energy or the other person's energy, but it's like they weren't really there. They were living some type of dream. And that's what was creating this instability, the Phoenix. Yeah, they had to rise out of this to see the truth. I mean, it was just a knowledge that was not there. There was a truth and a wisdom that wasn't being shown at the time. I think that you've started to recognize that based on where you're at right now. Clarify Temperance, please. Something, it was almost like something began to be too much. It was too chaotic. And that's when you realized, yeah, see, Five of Swords, it was too chaotic. I feel like there was no proper way to be able to communicate with someone, whoever this is. It could even be a group of people here. Again, I do feel like it could have been an argument over children or family. But whatever it was, there was a realization of this has to stop. Like we can't go back and forth arguing because it's not actually getting us anywhere. And then that process comes in. That's where the process comes in. It's not the result yet. You're in the middle of the process. Yeah, Chariot, the spirit plane. Do you see what I'm saying? You were somewhere else. You guys were arguing with whoever or disconnecting with whatever this group of people is or this one person. You were disconnecting with them because you were on different wavelengths. Somebody wasn't here in the present to really see and understand what was going on. There's a journey required that needs to go back into the betrayal, back into the pain to understand why someone's perceptions, beliefs, and way of being was stuck in a cycle. Why weren't they able to get out of it? This was, and I also feel like this was a struggle. Very indecisive, like, okay, I'm going to do this and then change it almost immediately. So there was a struggle with committing. And that could also be where this frustration, this argument was coming from. Yeah, Seven of Wands. It's two people wanting control over a situation, right? Once we recognize and realize that we don't have control or the last say, that the Most High does, that's when things start to flow more evenly in our life. And again, you had to come out of the dream. See how this Phoenix is rising out of a book? You had to come out of the story that had been given to you or written to you. You had to come back down to reality in order for you to rise like a phoenix. Because somebody had the narrative wrong. And so I feel like you're trying to defend yourself, but you've got to go through the fire. Why is the Eight of Cups here? I see you're leaving that fire burning behind you. Seven of Pentacles. So something definitely ended and you're taking a break. And that break requires you to walk away or to leave something. Eight of Cups twice. Because you're deep diving. You need a pause, you need a break because you need to reflect on something within yourself. Four of Cups. You need to reflect on something. You wanted to reflect. You wanted to gather all of your own information, all of your own understanding. I feel like that's kind of the space that you're in or just coming out of. All right, you have the Six of Pentacles here. with the Five of Cups. I feel like you can see clearly now after this moment of reflection why something failed. Either the lack of investment or how it was invested. There was a lack of reciprocation here, Six of Swords, from a situation that I feel crashed and burned. Again, could have been within a family situation, could absolutely be a marriage, could be somebody that you live with. You have the Four of Wands here. There's somebody here who's really craving and yearning some type of stability, but that you have the Three of Swords here, but you keep getting into cycles of heartbreak and pain where you're feeling betrayed. Could be dealing with another air sign. You have the Queen of Swords here as well. Yeah, this could be definitely a love connection. You have the Empress and the Emperor here. And there's this element of how did we get here? Clarify this Four of Pentacles. But at the center of your reading, Gemini, you have the Four of Pentacles. So somebody's like not willing to open up or dig deep and share. So let's see what's going on with this Four of Pentacles. Nine of Cups, deepest wishes. There's a fear here of loss and drown. Nine of Swords. There's a fear of being vulnerable. There's a fear of going too deep. There's like this facade that someone keeps wearing and it's not getting them anywhere because they're not actually connected to themselves. Whoever I'm connecting to, and this may be the other person. So take it how it resonates, Gemini, but there's an energy here of someone who has kept so much inside and so much to themselves, and that they've now created the fear and the illusion that they do not know how to open up and release. That stems from this person not even being able to reflect and look at themselves. They can't even see who they truly are. But I feel as though this person is in the process, and it could be you, of trying to release themselves, trying to shoot down these fears, trying to shoot down these illusions. Two of Wands and the Seven of Cups, yeah. But the struggle is not knowing in which direction to go, not knowing what to look at first. What do I invest in first? You're always going to invest in yourself first and your relationship with your creator. That's where you are going to see the change. That's where you're going to get the most results, the best results, the fastest results. And it's also the quickest and easiest way to help you relinquish fears, okay? Because I feel like there's a fear about a decision here and you're not sure, so you're just choosing to hold on to everything. But it's not helping. You see what I'm saying? It's not helping the situation. Ace of Wands. So there's an opportunity that's presenting itself to you. Queen of Swords. Could be through a reconciliation or forgiveness. You have life on earth with the World and the Six of Pentacles. Yeah. Somebody here has to forgive what's taken place and accept it. You know, our journey here on this planet, it's filled with lessons. We call them life lessons. They're soul lessons. They're to help you ascend. God is never attacking you. He's trying to condition you and prepare you for the next level. And so it's like there's this element here with the Ace of Wands, because you started out with the Six of Pentacles. Now we're ending again with the Six of Pentacles. There's this element of forgiving and releasing and closing out imbalanced thoughts and communication within self, but also how you speak and see and view the world. So as much as there's this focus on what's happening on the outside and what this person did or that person did or how I got here because of this person, there's more of focus, Gemini. And again, this could be you or the other person, but Spirit is showing me there's more a focus of someone needing to go within and forgive themselves for continuously holding on to a negative perception and way of communicating and expressing themselves. That's what's going to bring this back full circle here. So either you may be receiving an apology or you may be wanting to give an apology in regards to how something was mishandled. Clarify, please, the Six of Wands. Six of Wands, Four of Cups, and the King of Cups. in some, it's interesting because in something that should be happy and successful, you're still kind of feeling like disappointed. Eight of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, Ace of Cups. It takes a lot of work to work through one's own karma and one's own view and perspectives of what life was or is. And pretty much all of us are going to come to that point in life where we realize we were wrong. And so here what we're connecting with is an energy of somebody who you may have recently ended a relationship. You do view yourself as single and independent and on your own. And there's this victory that you've been waiting for in terms of love, in terms of a new beginning. But with this King of Pentacles, there's also a relinquishing of pride and a realization. You see how he has three faces and he's like shaking his head, almost as if he has multiple personality disorder. And so that's what I'm seeing. There's this victory that's coming to you through the process of unbecoming yourself, right? It's almost like radical self-acceptance is what I'm seeing, and radical self-love, where you are just deep diving into yourself. Is it a process of pain and sadness? Always. That's part of unbecoming, but you're going to be releasing these parts of yourself that keep you in a state of boredom and discontent. Okay, because you have the Four of Cups and then the King of Cups. So you go from this state of sadness, overwhelming, bored, constantly thinking about the past, into a place of balance, emotional balance, controlling emotions, right? Not being led by your emotions, but just understanding them and observing them, but not reacting on them. You have strength with the Four of Cups, so Leo energy, the Fool, and the Tower. Yeah, you're being conditioned. That's why strength is here. It takes a lot of courage. And then you have past lives on the bottom, which is death. So you're not going to be the same person. If you feel like you're in the middle of a really difficult situation and you don't know which way to turn, you don't know what's happening, take a moment to just be still, pray and meditate, because you are in the process of dying unto self and being reborn here with the Death card. Something has to end in a tumultuous way, in a painful way, in order to break you open. The Tower in this deck is interesting. It's water and then fire flying down, like fiery arrows flying down from the sky. And I can't help but keep thinking of the living water, right? God is the living water. And so it's like, as you feel like you're being burned, as you feel like you're just going through the most, there's this water that can wash over you if you just surrender. And it takes a lot of strength and a lot of courage to fully surrender to the Most High and say, okay, I'm tired of this energy. I want to feel more balanced. I want to feel more centered. You actually gain your strength though from surrendering, as confusing as that sounds. Like, how do I gain strength from surrendering? Well, you do, especially with the Most High. You become a co-pilot, way less stressful. You have the ability to bring more joy into your life. All right, we have the King of Cups here with the Devil. The Seven of Swords. And then you have the King of Cups again. Or I'm sorry, the Knight of Cups. Wow. So there is someone here who has a slight obsession with you. It's not a bad obsession, okay? There's a test that's coming your way with this King of Cups and the Knight of Cups. I would be very, very careful of emotional manipulation, lying, all of that, because you have the Devil here and you have the Seven of Swords. So there is someone that is being used as a vessel for the devil and his demons. It seems as though an entity has entered a person. They have entered another vessel to come towards you with some type of offer. And this is how you're supposed to respond, to be at peace, right? That's probably what this Tower is. It's like all of a sudden you're going to see something different. Your perception is going to come from a higher space. And I would just be very, very careful with what is going to come your way, because this vessel that's coming forward with these manipulations in this offer, it is to play and toy with your emotions. And it's also for you to see how far you've come, because once you close out this cycle, there's an element of you getting back to source with the High Priestess, like being able to listen to and trust your intuition, because now you know where it's coming from, because you've broken the tie between this darkness, whatever this demon that's being sent your way. You have to break that stronghold. It's continuously being sent your way because you haven't closed out that particular lesson or cycle. All right, Gemini, sending you much love.